And maybe Laura Lee is trying to correlate her brand to more like kids, teenagers, strippers. I don't really understand who she's trying to market it to. Oh, hey, pretty girl, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Mango Tea. Mango Tea. Made in China, bitch. Drama poodle. Do you have drama for daddy? Tell me the drama. My goodness, Drama Poodle, I had no idea about that. Thank you for telling Daddy the drama. Bitch, Drama Poodle was just telling me all the drama surrounding Laura Lee and her upcoming palette called Nudie Patootie. What is the drama surrounding Laura and the release of Nudie Patootie? As well as what did Thomas Halbert tweet and delete about Laura? Girl, it was shady. We have all the screenshots, all the receipts for you here today, so put on your seatbelt, buckle up. We're going for a ride. Cue today's video. Hey girl, and welcome to Mango Tea. If you're new here, my name is Steven Mango. I'm a drama channel. I expose YouTubers. We talk about the beauty community and beauty drama. So if you don't want to miss a thing and you want to stay up to date on all the latest drama, go down below, smash on that subscribe button, as well as click on the little bell icon. That's going to notify you when I make a new video so you stay up to date on all the latest tea. So without further ado, let's get right on into today's video. Girl, I have a lot to say about Laura Lee's Nudie Patootie palette, and it hasn't even been released yet. Before we get into Laura's video, her Snapchats, the drama with Thomas Halbert, let's take a peek at the Nudie Patootie palette and show you guys a little bit more about it.
I chose colors for this palette that aren't in every neutral palette and colors that aren't crazy colors, but you could still have some fun with it and do some jazzed up looks with. There's also a couple duochrome colors in this palette, but yet they're still neutral. So I made this palette to have fun with, but yet at the same time get your neutral look and you can use it for every day. This is also an absolutely amazing palette if you are having a wedding, a prom, or a special event to get glam with. You can do a dark sultry eye, you can do a light soft peachy eye, you can do a sparkly gold glittery eye. I mean, the looks from this palette is endless.
Now, with the Nudie Patootie palette, you get 14 eyeshadows for $45. Now, although I feel like that price is kind of high for Laura Lee, it is kind of in alignment with other similar brands, such as Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And I know it's like apples and oranges. She doesn't have that level of a brand like Jeffree, but for another beauty guru type on YouTube and other palettes such as Jaclyn Hill and stuff like that, I feel like $45 pretty much is the right price point that she should start at. But when you see the palette and what it really is, I know I wouldn't be spending $45 on it. It's just basically every other neutral palette that's out there on the market. It's nothing special, it's pretty ordinary in my opinion, and it does resemble some other similar palettes. Now online, others were comparing the Nudie Patootie palette to Urban Decay's Naked 3 as well as Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Let's take a look and see. Here is Nudie Patootie. And here is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, as well as the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. You can see that they're all very similar. So if you have one of those two palettes already, I don't necessarily see why you would want to go out and buy Laura Lee's palette, unless you're a huge fan of Laura Lee or something like that. I don't feel like her palette isn't something that's already been done before. All those shades have already been out there, and I just feel like it's pretty basic. I feel like if you're doing a nude tone palette, it's not like anyone's going to be rushing to buy it. And I know it's Laura Lee, and I know she has a lot of subscribers, so people are going to buy it just because it has her name on it, but I just don't really feel like it's anything that I would go out of my way to purchase. But the first issue that I have with this palette is the name Nudie Patootie. Now, can you imagine carrying this palette in your purse or something like that, and you pull it out and it says Nudie Patootie? I just feel like it's a really childish name, especially when you're trying to put a higher price point of $45 on an item. I just feel like you should come up with a better name than Nudie Patootie. Now, I looked up Nudie Patootie online, and it appears that Wet n Wild actually has a liquid lipstick called Nudie Patootie. Here is a picture of the Wet n Wild matte lipstick called Nudie Patootie. Will Laura Lee be facing a lawsuit for using the name that Wet n Wild already has on one of their liquid lipsticks? No, because it appears that in October of 2017, Laura actually trademarked the name Nudie Patootie. Here is the trademark for Nudie Patootie filed by Laura Lee Inc. in Encino, California on October 18th, 2017. Obviously, Wet n Wild is like a lower end brand, so it's not like she's competing with Wet n Wild or anything in any way. Their products are priced at a very low price point in comparison to the price point she's trying to sell her Nudie Patootie palette at $45. She's trying to be more of a mid to upper range brand, so I get that, but I would have at least think that if I was choosing that name, I would have at least Googled to see if any other makeup companies or any sort of brands were already using Nudie Patootie. It's not like she invented the term Nudie Patootie, but for makeup, I would have maybe looked into the name first, but I really don't think that it was a problem because, again, if this was Jeffree Star, if this was Anastasia, if this was Urban Decay, if this was like any other bigger name brand, then yes, of course, you wouldn't be wanting to choose a similar name because then there'd be infinite amount of drama videos on the internet about it, how she copied the name of another makeup company or something like that. So I don't really see that as like big T or anything like that, but it's just very interesting that the name has been used before and she's using it on her upcoming release. I just feel like when you come out with a palette for $45, you should have a more professional name. Now, I get a lot of other brands and stuff like that do have different shade names and stuff that are silly or tongue-in-cheek and stuff like that, but I don't actually think Nudie Patootie is that. It's not sexy, it's not cool, it's Nudie Patootie. If it was me, it's just not what I would pick for the name of the palette. Let's also look at some of the names for the palette. Undressed, topless, streaking, strip, exposed, butt naked, nakey. The name of the shades just sound like a palette that would belong to a strip club. It seems like something the Spearmint Rhino or Sapphire or something in Las Vegas would come out for their performers. They'd say, hey, when you get ready to go on stage before you go exotically dance and take off your clothes, here's a palette that you can use to get ready that is describing your lifestyle, naked, topless, whatever. It just seems so silly and childish to me. Maybe I don't get it, but I really want to know what you guys think as well. It just seems so weird to me. Now, let's look at some different shade names for a palette such as Anastasia Beverly Hills. Sultry, bronze, sienna, rustic, glistening, fairy, dusty rose. Do you guys see the difference though? And I know maybe Anastasia Beverly Hills is trying to promote their products for a more upscale and professional woman, and maybe Laura Lee is trying to correlate her brand to more like kids, teenagers, strippers. I don't really understand who she's trying to market it to. I did used to work in marketing and public relations, and I just feel like this palette is just so weird and boring and bland, and it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just not into a neutral palette, and I just feel like there's a million of them, so maybe it's that, but I just feel like the shade names as well as the name of the palette is just something that I would have reconsidered if I was Laura Lee. Now, let's put aside the name of the palette and the names of the shades and actually look at the shade range. Now, a lot of people actually come at me because I say that a brand should be all-inclusive and they should be able to market shades for every single type of skin tone. I feel that brands should be all-inclusive and they shouldn't just necessarily target one type of person. We have to include people of color, and I just feel like in 2018, and if you are a brand, unless you're like the smallest, indiest brand in the world, but even then, you should try to make products that everyone could enjoy. But I've had other people write to me in the past and say that they don't care if a brand is all-inclusive, and they just won't buy that brand, and they just won't support them if they don't have a product for their skin tone. So I can kind of see it on that respect too, because I feel like some different brands and companies are going to tailor their products to a specific type of consumer who they want to sell to, and if they do that very, very well, then we shouldn't really have a problem with that. And it's also just like hair salons. Some hair salons target to a specific type of ethnicity. There are salons that solely focus on African American hair, for example. Now, that doesn't mean that all African American hair is the same texture or anything like that, but they do have salons that target that type of ethnicity or demographic, or however you want to look at it. And with makeup companies, I guess there are certain brands and companies that do focus on certain type of skin tones. Now, I get it. This isn't Laura Lee's full entire makeup collection. This is just one eyeshadow palette. But a lot of people on the internet got into an uproar about it because they were saying that a lot of the shades were just too light. And used on a person of color, it's going to come off too ashy. And that these colors are just basically for very light skin tones clients. Like, congratulations to her for being able to make her own palette. That must be so exciting, but oh my god, yawn. I'm so over super light neutral palettes. The market is so saturated with them, and there are so many other brands that have those same exact colors. Also, I kind of choked a bit when she was like, I made this for any skin tone. Girl, 75% of that palette is way too light to be able to say that. And on a nitpicky note, I think I'm really getting old because the name Nudie Patootie just makes me cringe. As a South Asian woman, I can guarantee that most of these shades would be non-existent or ashy AF on my skin tone. It looks lighter and ashier than soft glam, which also didn't work on me and I returned. Those lip colors would be ghastly on me too. Pass. How is anyone of a deeper than medium skin tone going to use those shades? They're so light. They're not, because apparently her patootie doesn't care. But she said it works for all skin tones. Does she have any friends who aren't white though? The palette itself isn't awful, but it certainly doesn't accommodate all skin shades and tones. I'm honestly bothered that halfway into the video she had to refilm in a sloppy bun with half makeup because her camera failed her with her original video. This is your brand. Wouldn't you commit to looking your best and showcasing your product in the release video? It just felt careless and lazy. And bring on the downvotes, but holy blank, I lost control of all the words she mispronounced. Yeah, I feel like she should have refilmed the video. That would be fine in a regular Get Ready With Me, but this is her brand video. If she wants people to take it seriously, then she should be more professional. So this is where Thomas Halbert comes in. So this is the tweet that he sent out and later deleted about Laura Lee's Nudie Patootie palette. Laura Lee releasing a basic white girl palette for her basic white girl audience. She knows her demographic, that's for sure. Hopefully she won't have to fake sell out this palette too. Bitch, Thomas Halbert went there. But is he really all that far off? It is a pretty basic palette, and I agree with him on that. But is he trying to claim that she's going to fake sell out the palette? I don't really necessarily think that's true because she does have a pretty big audience and she does have a following, and I do know that a lot of people do watch her, admire her, and really like her. Now, to be honest, I don't know a lot about Cat's Pajamas. I don't know about the sales or anything about that to really be able to say otherwise, so maybe he knows something that I don't know about her trying to fake sell out a palette. But I don't really necessarily put it past a beauty guru or someone on YouTube, because look at John Cuckian. He sold out his liquid lipsticks right as they hit the market. Now, in John's case, I feel like it's just because he ordered 50 liquid lipsticks in each color, maybe they sold out really quickly. But given that this is Laura Lee, I do think a lot of people are going to buy it and check it out and test it and do tutorials and stuff like that. I'm just not excited by it. I just expected more from a palette that's being released by someone like Laura Lee. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's anything exciting. It's just kind of like, just like every other palette out there on the market. But this whole Nudie Patootie palette is just very weird to me with the release. And on the website, you know, she's like these models and they're giving off this KKW beauty vibe. Yet on the other hand, she's calling it Nudie Patootie and the shade names are just all these very ridiculous stripper terms. So it's just odd to me, and the shades are very basic, so I just don't know. I guess your girl's just not really feeling it. Now, there was so much drama with this launch video for this Nudie Patootie palette. Now, Laura Lee admitted herself that she had to refilm this video. So here are some of the Snapchats that she posted about this video.
My microphone went out on me halfway through the video, and now my reveal video is ruined, and I have to sit down and refilm it now. I've never wanted to fight someone or scream more in my life. I'm so upset right now. I'm like holding back tears right now because I'm so frustrated. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna finish up the video. I'm gonna have like different makeup in half the video, but you guys know what happened. My darlings, we are getting so close. The video is uploading, so we got about 25 more minutes on uploading, and then I'm going to reveal a picture on Instagram. I'm also going to reveal the video. I'm so excited. After my trial and tribulation this morning, bitch, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for you to see this. Holy goodness, we are live. I posted a really good picture of the palette on Instagram, but if you guys want to see the inside of the palette, you got to watch the video. And there's more than just a palette, so it's live. Swipe up to watch right now. But I know my launch video was a little bit of a mess. So everything that could go wrong really just went wrong in the video. My mic went out, which never goes out. It just randomly went out in the middle of the video. So I had to quickly get there and refilm those parts of the videos. And then whenever I was applying the gold eyeshadow, half of the time I was applying it, it focused on the mirror in front of me and not my eye. And I was super out of focus. And then the camera cut off and I didn't realize it. Which like I was saying on IG story, I will make that up to you guys. I'll do that on a live sesh, apply that shadow. I'll also apply it in the video so you guys can really see how it applies. So I'll make that up to you guys. Don't worry about that. And the last thing that went wrong is I was just typing too fast, and whenever I put the time step on the video when it's going to launch, I put 2/24/18 instead of 4/24/18. Obviously, it's not launching in February of this year because that's already passed. It's launching in April 24th of 18 at 2 p.m. PST time. Just another mistake I missed. I was going too fast. I was too stressed. I should have slowed down, stepped away from the computer and watched it, but it caused another mistake. And overall, it made the video have a bunch of mistakes in it. And so, yeah, that's my fault. I guess I should have just done better, honestly. And I want to apologize for that. But despite the crazy YouTube video, you guys have been so wildly supportive and have made me feel so good and just be so excited for this collection. I can't believe it launches in 5 days. So exciting. Hope you guys are excited about it too. But yeah, you can count on just following Larly Los Angeles. I'm gonna have tons of pictures we're gonna be posting of our beautiful models and more palette shots and all kinds of pictures. We're gonna be posting on the brand page, lots of updates. I'm gonna be live swatching it on Snapchat. I have a lot of things planned before it launches, so just hang tight, guys. I know that not every single little tiny thing was covered in the video, but 90% of it was. So just, follow me on the other social media, my Twitter, my Snapchat, my Instagram, my IG stories. Like, there's so many social medias I plan on rolling out different content about the collection for you guys and showing you guys more swatches and more looks and all that. So just hang tight.
Girl, this is your big release. Why wasn't this video filmed weeks in advance? Why did you film this video and then actually realize there's audio or video quality or other things going on with your camera, your battery, whatever it is? Why wouldn't you have this video already up? This is something that I would feel as a business owner, I would take so seriously that if I'm going to be launching a product that could do $1 million in sale or more, I would make sure that that video is perfect, that I would have it filmed and just really make sure that it's top notch. And in this video, I don't know if you guys caught this, but look at the mistake that she put in her video on the release date of this product. Bitch said the product was being released February when it's April, and she didn't even get the correct month. And this didn't only just appear in the beginning of her video, this also appeared at the end. So she messed up on the date, releasing her product twice. Now this is a very big deal. I guess that since it's past February, many people aren't going to be so confused. People could think 2019, for example. I guess if it was January and she said it was supposed to come out in February, but it was really coming out in April, that would maybe be kind of confusing to a consumer. But just to not even have the date correct in this video and you put it out there, it just seems like she rushed this and it wasn't actually done with the proper amount of care or attention, or what even I would do if I was coming out with the product or something like that. I just don't understand why she was filming it like a day or two before the launch, because I just don't know why she didn't actually catch some of the errors in this video. Your girl is just so tired of neutral palettes. If you guys want to see me review this palette on Mango Beauty, if you guys go down the description box below, I launched a beauty channel. I'm a hairdresser by trade. I'm also reviewing like makeup palettes and stuff like that. So if you guys want me to actually review it, I will review it and test it out for you guys. But I don't know, it just seems kind of basic to me. But I'm really curious to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. Go down below, leave me a comment in the comment section. I love reading and hearing from you guys in the comments. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, girl, go down, click that subscribe button, as well as the little bell icon that's going to notify you when I make a new video so you stay up to date on all the latest tea. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on tomorrow's video.